Hey guys, Chris from Provo Beast Audio Installation, and in today's video we're going to be unboxing the GM wiring harness interface adapter for Select 2006 Up GM. This is the Crux SOO GM-16V, and what's special about this is it has a selectable camera input switcher built into the harness itself, and we'll show you what that means here in a moment. Let's get started. So what makes this really powerful is if you have a radio that only has one camera input, but you want to add multiple cameras, like a front-facing camera, this input selector allows you to actually integrate multiple cameras to a radio that can only accept one. What's on the back of the box is essentially your application guide, which it fits multiple GM vehicles from Buick, Cadillac, Chevrolet to GMC, Hummer, Pontiac, some Saturns, and even Suzukis are here. It works with both the Bose and the non-Bose. Has a whole host of supported radios down below. We will put this all down in the description for you so it's easier for you to read versus here on screen. But without further ado, let's get this thing pulled apart. Okay, so we've got it all pulled apart here. You have your camera harness. You have your main wiring harness adapter here itself. And again, this retains both the premium sound systems with the factory amplifier or not, the bass systems as well. Comes with the brain box down here below. Your steering wheel control adapter. Comes with an antenna adapter, which is super nice to have. Finally, your instructions. Now we're going to spend some time looking through the instructions here because this is important to go through as it will diagram how this all works.
This video is sponsored by Crux Interfacing Solutions, an excellent location for radio replacements, camera interfaces, and more. Check out cruxinterfacing.com to start planning your next install today.
Now, before we look at any more of this on the bench, let's focus our attention here on our wiring harness adapter. Instructions here, very strongly encourage that you go through this. There's 6 pages of material just so you fully understand all the functions and wiring process of this adapter itself. Now here's all the bits that are included within your kit itself. Obviously, brain module, harness, camera adapter, antenna adapter, and steering wheel control adapter. Now, looking at the dip switch here, this area for the dip switch configuration essentially here identifies which radio you have and switch 1, 2, 3, and 4 and which configuration has to be. So if we happen to be installing a Pioneer, we'd find Pioneer, which happens to be there. Looks like our dip switch 1, 2, 3, 4 needs to be off, off, on, on. So we're going to flip this page on over here. Here's essentially everything in terms of wiring diagram needed to connect each wire for your aftermarket radio to the harness itself. It walks you through which wire color does what, where everything plugs into the module, and even the optional video harness selector, which we're going to be using in our install. Talks about the Bose amplified sound system. Like I mentioned before, on our brain box here, you either have your Bose connection or your non-Bose connection. It's either or, it's not going to be both. On page 3, working through our material, the next thing talks about you can adjust the chime volume within the brain box itself, and also you can adjust the OnStar level as well if you plan on retaining OnStar. Now, if you have a rear seated entertainment, you can actually pick up a separate part, which is part number CJA2333A. You can order that in and essentially here retain your factory flip down DVD screen in the rear of the vehicle. And this allows you to keep the RCA inputs in the back of the center console active, as well as RCA outputs to the radio, everything working as the factory one did for audio and video. So for the backup camera connection here, essentially it walks you through the way that you'd plug this in. This end plugs into the vehicle if you have the factory backup camera. If you don't, this wouldn't plug anywhere. But this end would plug into your camera input on the brain module here. And then this end, essentially video out, goes to the camera input on your radio. And then you have input front camera and then input for the rear camera. On the next page here continues our backup camera information, our reverse wire connection here. There's a lot of information here, and this is specifically if you have the factory reverse camera installed from the factory. Generally that camera is not powered all the time. It's only powered in reverse mode. So if you want to use the function on this camera kit to see what the camera sees when not reverse, we need to find a way to power that camera when not in just reverse. So this essentially walks you through the process on how to identify the wiring needed to power that factory reverse camera module when not in reverse. And essentially here you can connect it to this harness adapter, which allows you to power that camera so you can use that forced camera feature. Now it depends where that wire you'd have to power is for the factory reverse camera module. Can be in multiple places, and they've actually identified even some places and added pictures, the location, your make and model, and what the actual wire color is. So essentially here, once you identify where that's at, you will connect the reverse gear wire, red white, on the harness here to the reverse camera power wire located at the reverse camera module, or BCM. So you'd find where that BCM is, where that wire is located, and then you'll have to use a diode to isolate the factory reverse camera power wire. Again, this is if you have the factory camera installed and you want to retain that using the forced camera feature. So this is the forced camera feature. So using your mirror adjustment, essentially if it's set to off and the LED is off, you can use these buttons here to call upon the front or rear camera. So if you press and hold up, it's going to turn on the front camera. You press and hold down, it's going to turn on the rear camera. The last thing here, enabling the IR system. Essentially here, if you have the factory headphones, the wireless headphones for the factory GM screen, and you want to keep those working, you have to power that module, especially again using another diode to allow you to use those headphones with an aftermarket radio. Last page here essentially walks you through what each of the steering wheel control buttons do. And then finally, it reiterates the application guide, which was found on the back of the box. So looking here a little bit closer at our bits and pieces, we're going to look at our brain module. You have a port to update the module if needed. You have your dip switch configuration for steering wheel controls, where the steering wheel control harness plugs into and your camera harness plugs into. And finally here, this is where you can adjust the chime volume adjustment. This is where you'll connect Bose or non-Bose. If you don't have Bose, just like so. If you have Bose, it'll go into that one. Now on this side, this is your camera adjustment, your dip switch configuration, and then your other harness connections. You just plug things on in. So that is your adapter module. Has your little speaker built in there. We're gonna look at our camera harness here. This end obviously would plug into the factory camera, but if you don't have the factory camera, this doesn't plug into anything. And you can use these two to plug in your cameras. Here's your front camera, here's your rear camera. So those where your output from your cameras would plug into. And then this end goes into your radio camera input. And then finally your main harness itself. And so all these colors here, all these bare ends would actually connect into your aftermarket radio's wiring. Alright, so that's a ton of information. We just truly can't cover everything in this video, but if you want more information regarding this harness specifically, check out Crux's website. We'll link their website and product in the description below, so you can jump right there to check on out more information on this harness itself. If you want to see us install this in a vehicle, we're going to be putting this in a Chevy Suburban, and we're going to be using the front camera and rear camera inputs. Now what's cool about this, like I said, one of these camera inputs we're going to be actually using for a trailer camera, and then the other one's going to be for our backup camera. Thanks again for watching. Be sure to hit that like button if you like what you saw, and don't forget to subscribe. We post great content on the channel all the time, and we will see you in the next video.